see the bull there in the middle, kind of taking their taking turns going over the fence over down there. There's probably, I don't know, 30 or 40 head maybe. Park's cool. And one of them's kind of limping there in the back. Hey, good morning, YouTube. Welcome to the channel. I know it's been a while since I guess it was after the first that I did a video, so it's been a few days, but we've had just a ton of rain. We actually had a wind advisory last night. We lost power for a while. We got power back now. But I kind of want to give you an update, let you know what's going on and see what we're doing. So we went to the, well, actually I had the mobile home folks out to the property to give us an estimate on the trailer that we picked. I think I put it up in my last video or maybe the video before, but anyway, the trailer that we picked was 6 feet longer than the slab that we have. And then of course the utilities need a little bit of tweaking and whatnot. So we had the mobile home folks up to take a look at it, see what they would charge for getting that up to par to bring the mobile home up. And so they came up last Wednesday, and then they called us Thursday. Today's Saturday, so they called us Thursday and asked us if we come to the office on Friday. So we went to the office on Friday to get the bid on getting the trailer up here and getting the things done that we wanted to get done. Trailer skirting, the concrete, and all that stuff. I'm just gonna put it out there. The trailer on the lot, when we went and looked at it, they told us it was 132 the way it sat. We didn't think that was too bad, and we figured we did have to do some things up here as far as tweaking the slab and some other things. So we anticipated, you know, a few $1,000s here and there on a couple things, the skirting and stuff like that. Anyway, we went to their office and they gave us a quote of $35,000 to get the trailer up here, which was pretty much shell shock to us. And there were a lot of things on the list that they gave us that all of the other mobile home places that we looked at and talked to were included with the purchase of the home. So that was a shock. And for example, they charge to transport it from the factory like $4,000. They charge for setting up the blocks. They charge for the steps that are outside, which is probably not uncommon. They charge to paint and sheetrock and seal the seam in the middle, which is generally included with setup. Anyway, it was a long laundry list of things, and probably about half of it, I figured it out, it was like almost half of it was stuff that was included with other manufacturers that we have talked to. So long story short, that trailer looks like it's going to be off the table. The other thing that was kind of unusual is they kind of encouraged us to buy the model that was on the lot that they had just put there, which I thought was kind of strange. But anyway, we have contact with a couple other manufacturers, and for folks that know mobile homes and whatnot, most of these manufacturers can make any plan or put together any plan, or in other words, there's not really an original plan a lot of times. So we're actually talking to another manufacturer about making up the same plan. So that's our next step. Hey, I had to interrupt the programming. My bride brought me breakfast. My beautiful, patient, loving, kind, wonderful wife that's been putting up with all this crap. So anyway, she brought me breakfast, so I'll take intermission and we'll get back to the story and maybe go outside and do some work. Okay, so after breakfast. Anyway, I have another contractor coming over tomorrow morning to look at the slab and to give me some estimates on some of the mobile home things that the mobile home people, the other folks, gave us estimates on, that gave us the shell shock. He's going to give us some estimates on the concrete and different stuff. And we have one mobile home place, and maybe we'll look at another that can actually build the plan that we're looking at, or has a similar plan. And we can change and upgrade stuff too. So the timeline would be about the same with the different companies as far as we can tell. And the model, obviously, if we would have bought the model on the lot, it would have been faster probably if the permits came through, but it really wasn't much cheaper, and they would have had to take it apart and put it back together twice, or it would have been moved twice rather than just once from the factory, which I don't think it's a huge deal, but if you're not getting any break for it and you're just taking what's there, I think you should possibly just consider ordering a new one. So anyway, that's where we're at on that. I'm gonna go outside and move some wood around. Not too exciting, but I'll include it in the video so you can see what I'm up to. Basically, I'm just trying to tread water right now until I can get these bids in and get started. We did get started on the permit process. I brought a plot map that I drew, and I'll include a picture of the plot map. And we brought that to fire. We got to bring it to your local fire department, have them take a look at your driveway. We also brought it to the roads department, and they have to come out and take a look at our driveway. Basically like starting over, like you're building a new house. We have to include those in the permit process. Next thing is to go through the septic folks and have them tell us what they want with regard to septic. We'll probably have to have it pumped again and get it clean so we can show proof it's in good working order. And then electrical permit also. And I'll probably need to get an electrical contractor out here. So doing it ourselves is going to take a little bit longer probably. And we'll stumble through it a little bit more, but that'll definitely save some money if we can get her done. So that's where we're at on that. We did have some elk show up the other morning, so that was kind of fun. I went and got Michelle out of bed, and she promptly came down and looked outside and said something like, "Oh, wow." And they looked at us and moseyed on down through the field, but it was kind of cool to see them. I think there's probably 30 of them or so. And so I'll try to include that. It's not a great video. Yeah, I think I got a picture of them. It was like 2 mornings in a row. So anyway, and I enjoy my moving wood. For those of you that, before you ask, why don't you bring the tractor out and move it with the tractor, or why are you doing it by hand or using a wheelbarrow? It's primarily just for exercise and some outdoor therapy, to try to ease the cabin fever and let some of this anxiety go over all this stuff that's going on with the house build stuff, which hasn't even started yet. So anyway, talk to you soon. Thanks for keeping up with us. Take care.
No rocket science, right? Just trying to get it cleaned up in a stack somewhere so it can get dry and maybe give us a calm campfire at some point.